Hello, my amazing kings and queens. King Moreland here. As you know, I am on a mission to help you unlock your full potential and become the best versions of yourselves. Whether you're facing challenges, chasing dreams, or just looking to level up in life, you've come to the right place. Every week, we dive deep into strategies, mindset shifts, and practical tools that will help you transform your life from the inside out. This channel is your channel, your personal development channel, so you can become the powerhouses you were meant to be in the world. A channel where mediocrity is not an option and excellence is our standard. So if you're ready to join a community of passionate individuals like yourself, committed to growth, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into the content. All right. What's up, kings? What's up, queens? This is the final piece to our power trio. We talked resilience, we've talked perseverance, and now we talk momentum. That's what comes after. Once you've gone through the tough parts, once you've faced those challenges and you decided you weren't going to quit, at some point, there is light at the end of the tunnel. You gain momentum. Momentum is when you stop crawling, you start running. When all that pain and pressure and your perseverance finally pushes you forward, you become like a freight train where nothing can stop you. You paid your dues, you took those hits, and you didn't quit. And now it's time to thrive, baby. It's time to thrive. So, I put together 7 battle-tested strategies to help you create, protect, and multiply momentum so you don't just survive through pain anymore. Now you use that pain as fuel and you begin to thrive in life. This is the quote I live by. You've made it through that pain. The hard part is over. Now it's time to get a reward for your pain. Don't go through it for no reason. Use it as fuel and let it propel you forward. And with that being said, let's dive into it. Number 1, move first. Clarity follows motion. People often wait on clarity. They wait for the confidence. They wait for a sign. But here's the truth. Clarity is earned in motion, not found in hesitation. You don't figure it all out at first. What you should do is you should start and figure it out later. That's not to say don't go into it with a calculated plan. Whenever you set out to achieve a goal, you want to calculate it and you want to have a plan, but you don't want to be stagnant and you don't want to spend tons of hours and days just planning on something. At some point, you got to just jump into it, dive in that water, see if you can swim. And if you run into obstacles, make adjustments. You know, audit yourself, see what you did wrong, and then improve upon whatever you're doing wrong. Confidence is built by doing, not by thinking. You actually have to get dirty sometimes. You have to get in the mud. I hate to say it, but you have to get in the mud. You don't build momentum by planning. You get that by stepping into action and continuing to go even when you fail. If you look at my icon, right? I did this very strategically. It says failure is not the end of success. Failure is a part of success. You know that it comes with it. Most people who are extremely successful, those are people who failed a bunch of times. They're just the people who did like what I was talking about in the previous videos. They failed, but they were resilient, so they kept going and they persevered, and then they got momentum, and that's what led to their success. I mean, there really is a system to this, and what I'm trying to do for you all is to give you the blueprint so you can follow it like what I'm doing. All right? So, let's dive into number 2. Stack wins until you can't be ignored. Now, that one is extremely important. Momentum isn't just a one-time thing. It's about being relentless and taking action no matter what. It's about ensuring that no matter what's going on, you just keep going. You don't need one big win. You need a bunch of small little wins. And what you'll do is you'll get 100 small wins and they'll stack up. And at some point, you'll achieve that big goal. But it starts by you taking things one step at a time and just building it brick by brick. So wake up and knock out a task. Show up no matter what. If you said you're going to do something, keep your word. Do it. Show up. Make sure you're there. Make sure you're committed to whatever goal you set out. And just take it one step at a time. Each win is proof that you are who you say you are. Each action you take towards that goal becomes a vote for you to dictate who you believe you're meant to be. You got to cast a vote. You got to show up. You got to show up. If you don't show up, that's essentially guaranteeing that you won't be able to achieve that goal. If you really want to achieve it, you have to show up day in and day out, whether you want to or not. It takes a lot of self-discipline. But here's the thing. Nobody can ignore a consistent winner. If you take all those small wins and you just keep building upon them, at some point you can't be ignored. If you can win in the next 15 minutes, guess what? You can win the day. And if you can win the day, you can win the week. You can win the week, you can win the month, and so on and so forth. Next thing you know, you become a winner in life, and your entire life changes. But it starts by those small wins. They stack up. You don't need to chase massive results. Chase momentum through mastery of the moment. Just win the day. Win the next moment. Focus on that. Number 3, you have to create non-negotiables. This is where self-discipline comes to play, and that helps you build momentum. Discipline fuels momentum. So it's very important for you to pick 2 or 3 habits that are non-negotiable, no matter what. Rain or shine, broke or balling, happy or hurting. You have to get it done. These anchors keep you from drifting. And even on your worst days, if you have a routine and you just do it, you can still make progress. Non-negotiables are your personal contracts with yourself. Sign them daily. That's how you achieve greatness. Number 4, you should build while you're winning. The mistake most people make is they slow down once things start going well. Once they feel like they got it, they essentially decide they don't need to be as focused. They don't need to show up like they were showing up before. They lose that self-discipline. They lose that hunger when they start winning. Don't be like most people. Don't celebrate for too long. It's okay to celebrate. I told you guys in the last few videos, you should celebrate every win, even if it's small. That encourages you to keep going. But you can't celebrate for too long. You got to get back to work. Use the momentum from that win to fuel the next win. Build more deeper, smarter, stronger. You have to keep going. That's essentially why I graduated, and immediately, the same day I graduated, I started a YouTube channel. It's because I knew and understood that I got momentum right now. And it's very important that I don't let my momentum quail by becoming complacent. I find it to be very important to always be looking for what else can you do. Everybody has a gift, and my gift just happens to be teaching. So I find different avenues to teach. Your gift might be something else. Whatever it is, make sure that you're pouring into it daily and that you continue to work on it. Because, again, ambition is like anything else. If you don't use it, you will lose it. I want you to use it so you can keep going. The best time to sharpen your sword is right after victory. You have to remember that victories are the greatest killer of ambition. Don't get complacent. Keep going strong. Which brings me to number 5. Cut the momentum killers out of your life. It really does. These things can absolutely stop your momentum, right? I'm just going to give you guys a few examples. If you spend a lot of time doing things that are meaningless, it's okay to watch TV every now and then. It's okay to be entertained by different things every now and then. But too much of it will kill your momentum. If you have anything that you want to accomplish, but you're not accomplishing it because you are indulging in too much recreational uses of things, that's not good. That's a bad habit. You have to clean that up. You You have to audit your circle, audit your screen time, the different things that are distracting you from what you're trying to do. If it drains you, delays you, or distracts you in any way, you have to cut it out. Momentum dies in the presence of mediocrity. So if you are mediocre yourself, or you're around people who aren't serious about life, any momentum that you have, at some point, they're going to slow you down. It doesn't matter how headstrong you think you are and how much of an ambitious person you think you are. If you hang around people who aren't ambitious, something's got to give. Either you're going to get them to turn up, or they're going to get you to turn down. We're human beings. We are easily influenced by the people we surround ourselves with. Like, that's how we are. It's in our makeup. You know, you can't fly if you keep carrying anchors. It's really that simple. You need to be around people who are engines. I always categorize people in two different lanes. You're either an anchor or you're an engine. What that basically means is anchors hold you back, and engines, they push you forward. They make you go even harder. If you got people around you that are engines, they're going to turn you up. They're going to make you want to go get some money. They're going to make you want to lock in on life. They're going to make you take life a little more seriously. That's what I do to people that I'm around. I'm a positive influence, and I motivate them to do better in life. So you have to get people like that in your corner, whether they are playing a mentor role or you have stuff in common with them and that's like your best friend. Like, whatever role they play in your life, make sure that they don't just entertain you and they're not just there because it's fun to be around them. Make sure that they also help you achieve more in life, because that's the ultimate goal, right? You guys should be pushing each other forward. You guys should be helping each other reach destinations that you couldn't reach alone. That's the purpose of, us having communities. And so we can build ourselves even stronger and build our communities even stronger by working together. All right. Going to number 6. Track everything that matters. If you can measure it, you can multiply it. It's that simple. Momentum loves feedback. Whether it's your progress, habits, income, fitness, or content, you should track it. You need to audit yourself. You need to make sure that you're getting better. If you don't track yourself at all, then you put yourself in a position where you don't even know if you're making progress. I actually have a habit tracker, and it's something you can like literally just buy off Amazon for about $15. But I have a habit tracker, so I'm able to see if I'm actually accomplishing my goals, if I'm actually being consistent. And just having that little tracker, it serves as a reminder. And I read this book called Atomic Habits, right? In the book, it talks about cue. You see something, it cues you, right? And then you have a craving. And then you have to satisfy it, and then the loop kind of starts over. So in order to track it, the reason you track it is because you tracking it is going to cue you to get back, study on your habits. If you don't track it, then you don't know if you're doing what you're supposed to do or not. You don't even think about it, When you start tracking things and you're looking at it, it makes you want to do it. It makes you want to stay focused. It makes you want to stay locked in on it. And ultimately, it lets you know if you're going in the right direction or if you're falling back and you're starting to lose those good habits you're trying to establish. So it's very important for you to track your progress and track your habits. Make sure you know how much income you have. Do a budget. Make sure you know if you're staying focused on your fitness. Make sure you know if you're checking in on your loved ones. Like, these are all good habits that you should have in your life. It's very important that you track them. All right. Number 7. Here's one that's very, very important. And this is actually one of the big things that I'm focused on in life. And this is part of the reason why I created this YouTube as well. Number 7. Use your momentum to help others win. This right here, this is a legacy move. When you've got speed, it's important for you to reach back and pull somebody else forward. Whether it's you just being encouraging, you giving them an opportunity, or you just giving them game. It's important for you to give it to them. Make sure that whatever you have going on doesn't only impact you. Don't be selfish. Use your gifts to help others, because momentum multiplies when it's shared. The greatest proof of momentum isn't how fast you can go, it's how fast you can lift others up. That's how I know if you got motion or not. If you really doing things how you supposed to do things, you shouldn't be the only one that's successful. The people around you should feel that as well. You got to know that you're not a boss or a leader of any kind if the people around you aren't winning too. The best leaders bring the best out of others. That's how I know if you're a leader or not. What are the people around you doing? You know, you can't just be judged based off your own success. If you're really successful, the people around you should be somewhat successful as well. I mean, they might not have the grind you have, so they might not be as successful as you, but I should see that you're not the only one that's winning. Because if that's the case, then that means you're being selfish and you're not using your gifts to help others, which is, at the end of the day, I personally believe that that's what we were put here to do. Humans are social creatures. We are supposed to help one another. We are supposed to use what we have to push the world forward, which is why I do what I do. So, in closing, this kind of puts the cherry on the top of the sundae as far as resilience, perseverance. You know, the next thing that comes after that is momentum. So, you know, I'm going to get into another 3-part series after this. And I just want to say, if you've been watching all of them, you've made it king, you've made it queen. Through the pain, through the silence, through the nights you thought you were done, you made it. You stayed resilient, you moved with perseverance, and now you've got momentum. Keep it going. Keep it going. Don't slow down now. Run with it. Build it. And most importantly, use what you have to lead others out of those struggles that you once faced. This is your season to rise. Not someday, not when it's easier, right now. Because you've earned it. You've already gone through the pain, and now it's time for you to get a reward for your struggles. Get a reward for your pain. And help others get through their struggles. Let's move, family. Your legacy is waiting. All right. If you've benefited from this video, or you know someone who might need to hear this message, please share it. Like, subscribe. It's very important that we continue to share positive messages like this, because too many times the negative messages in the world get pushed and get promoted. I want as many people as possible to be able to see that there is a blueprint to success, and I want them all to be able to see how to do it. And that's kind of why I put together this YouTube. So if you find it in your heart to share it, like, and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate that. And I also want you guys to hit that bell, because I'm thinking about something special. My favorite number is 10, so I think every 10th episode I'm going to have it be a little different. I'm going to put together a story time video, and that one is going to, I'll save it for when that time comes. I don't want to tell you guys everything, but yeah. So episode 10, episode 20, episode 30, those will be a little different, and I don't think I'm going to put those out on Thursdays. Those will get released a different day. So with that being said, I love you, I believe in you, and I'll see you next time.